everyone, I'm Diane Leonard, Chief Product Owner of Agile and Nonprofits. And as I'm joining you today, I'm in far upstate New York in a region called the Thousand Islands. And currently, what's the weather, you ask? Yes, it is sunny and 40, crisp, and there's a forecast for a few inches of snow tomorrow. You might say, Diane, thanks so much for the weather report. What does that have to do with Agile? What does that have to do with nonprofits? Well, I'm talking about the weather because I want to talk to you about a planning metric that some teams who are focusing on Agile methodologies use in order to help decide and understand how much work should we commit to in our upcoming sprint, in our upcoming consistent time box. So the concept is it's a Scrum pattern, and it's called yesterday's weather. Okay, so let's return to what the weather's like outside here in the Thousand Islands. Today, 40, crisp yet beautiful blue skies. Let's see, yesterday, 62, gray, blustery, windy. The day before that, 44, rainy. As we look back on the recent weather, what might that predict is going to happen out my office window tomorrow? Cloudy with a chance of meatballs? Well, according to my trusted weather app, what we're headed for is about 31 with 3 inches of snow. Who could have seen that one coming? Well, when we think about yesterday's weather and how much variation there might be, someone could be sick, there could be an office closure for a paid holiday, or things could be really steady. Maybe it's a wonderful, beautiful week in spring, and so the weather here is actually more predictable than this week. Yesterday's weather is meant to be a rolling average of what is the velocity that a team has accomplished. And so as we look back over our last 3 periods of work, whether we're using 1-week sprints or 2-week sprints, a whole month as the period of time we're watching, yesterday's weather is the concept that we are taking the last 3 of those periods of time and averaging the velocity. So the amount of work that the team completed in each of those time boxes. So if we return again back to my weather here in the Thousand Islands, if we think about averaging out our 40, our 62, our mid 40s, you're right. Dropping to the 30s feels surprising. But if instead, what might we do? If we hadn't opened the weather app, what might I have expected the weather to be like outside? Maybe slightly warmer. I might have expected it to be mid 40s to high 50s again, as I do just the basic averaging of those 3 temperatures. And therefore, that would probably be what I'd plan for as I was thinking about what jacket might I wear when I take the dog to walk. What might I think about in terms of layers or not if I were to head outside? That would be a pretty safe consideration with regards to the weather. So yesterday's weather, it's not scientifically accurate. I think tomorrow's forecasted snow is going to prove that to me, but it's a way that we can think about the capacity and then, therefore, what are we going to plan for our team? It's going to help us think about what's the amount of work that a team can commit to. Do you want to learn more about yesterday's weather and how teams use that in their nonprofit team, their fundraising team, their senior leadership team in order to think about how much work they should commit to in their upcoming sprint? Drop us a line. We're here to help. You can find more at agileinnonprofits.com.